right? So as we get ready to jump into phrasal verbs, I'm celebrating the earth because we are a part of the earth, right? So, and it is something that we all have in common. And this was said by Wendell Berry, who's a novelist. So if you know me, I just met you, but I love reading. So I love to start a class with a quote. So and well wishes, setting our intention that we are going to rock these phrasal verbs, okay? So again, welcome, and let's start. So I have something really cool here that I created. So starting out with some environment phrasal verbs. So when we think about reducing, reusing, recycling, right? What happens if you use a lot of paper, right? You can run out of it, right? So let's be mindful about reusing it, right? So running out. You're finishing the supply of something. So if you could be running out and also using it all up. The same with our earth. If we're using up our resources, right? Oh my goodness. So it's really better to save it. So we don't want to run out and we don't want to use up, right? If we don't have to, we don't want to use up all of our paper or all of our resources. Use up is a way to say exhausting, not, using it all, not having any left. So it's just filling it all up and then just throwing it in the trash, which brings me to throw away. So the phrasal verb throw away, there's a plastic bottle on the ground. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to put it in the trash. So, or recycle it. So when we find plastic bottles or if we find trash on the ground, an awesome phrasal verb, throw it away. Throw it in the trash. Put it in the trash. So a way, you can totally, say, oh, throw it in the trash, put it in the trash. So an awesome phrasal verb to use. So with phrasal verbs, right, you have that verb and you have the particle. So, and it becomes something completely new. It becomes a whole new word, a whole new expression. So we have it. So you find a plastic water bottle. You might find a plastic bag. If you find a plastic bag, you could put it in the trash. You can throw it away in the trash. Or, recycle it. So just to save the earth. So, or also reusing, right? If you reusing, let's cut down on, killing trees. Let's cut down on ruining our environment, right? How can we do that? By reusing a bag, right? We can reuse a bag instead of using up all of the plastic, right? Instead of using up plastic, we can cut down. We can kill our use of plastic. We can kill it. We can kill our use of plastic by reusing a bag. And one of my students, I will never forget her, she taught me the importance of zero waste. So now, like this, literally, you can save our planet just by reusing a bag, right? Really thinking about zero waste, cutting down on our waste, cutting down on plastic, right? Cutting down. So we're killing it, right? So here it gives us the example, killing trees, right? If you cut down a tree, you kill it. It's dead. We cut it down. You can also cut down the use of plastic. You can kill our use. No longer using it. We're done. We're going to use reusable bags, right? And so this will be the last time I throw away plastic, the last time I throw away a plastic bag, because we're going to choose to reuse a bag. That I will remember. I promise I won't forget. I will bring it to the store, just like I told my student. I said, oh, I promise I am going to bring a canvas bag to the store. I'm going to have a reusable cup. No more plastic for me. I'm going to have a reusable cup. And this is the last time I'm going to throw away plastic, the last time. So as you think about our earth and yourselves, because taking care of our earth is taking care of ourselves, right? So if we constantly use plastic water bottles, right? And if we're constantly, throwing them away, shout out to the phrasal verb, if we're constantly throwing it away, right? And if we're constantly using up these resources, we are killing our earth, right? So we're harming it. So this is the last time I'm going to use this, and the last time I will throw it away. So what you can put it in the trash last time. So as you think about our environment, right? We don't want to die out. We don't want to die out. There's so many species, koala bears, elephants, they're facing extinction. They're dying out. We may be dying out. A student asked me as we were learning future tense, he said, will you be here? Will I be here? Will we? Will we be here? Will we be here in the next 30 years? I don't know. So the earth, we are connected to the earth, right? So right now, if we keep using these, if we keep using it, we are wiping out. We are wiping out the earth. We're wiping it out. We're destroying it. Whole villages, right? So it gives an example. Whole villages were wiped out by the floods. But right now, we're in the process of wiping out our earth, and maybe us and each other. So before we use up all of the supplies, and before we run out of them, before we use it all up, before we run out of all of our supplies and resources and natural gases and all of that, let's think up. Shout out to another phrasal verb. Let's think up a plan. We know the research. We know better. So let's think up a plan. What can we do? Maybe using reusable bags, right? Reusing reusable bags. We can put objects in, right? Shout out to another phrasal verb, put in. I'm putting these in. Putting all of these objects in my bag. I'm going to reuse my bag. And this small act will save the planet and save ourselves, right? So let's think up and let's think about what we can do before we just throw away trash. Let's reduce our use, reuse, and of course, recycle, right? So before everything dies out, okay? And before we get wiped out. So take a moment now to just think about Earth Day, right? Take a moment to think up an idea, solutions, what you can do for Earth Day. So it's tomorrow. So happy early Earth Day. And think up some sentences. Please share them in our chat. Type, and please feel free to share out loud too. Just to practice, wipe out, run out of, cut down, throw away, die out, and use up.